Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Written on the Canvas, the show all about wrestling, but mostly for our passion for the WWE.
Then, now, forever together.
From the good, the bad, and the ugly of it all, I'm your host, Jacklyn, and in my corner is...
Hey, you got Bryan.
Today on our very first episode will be our love letter to the WWE. What got us into wrestling growing up? And what reeled us back in. But overall, just rambling. Let's get into it. Okay, welcome to Written on the Canvas. I'm your host, Jacklyn, and in my corner is...
Bryan!
Yay!
Yay! We are here to talk wrestling and be a bunch of marks, because that's all we really are.
Like, we know everything. We know everything.
We know how the business should be run. Yeah, MJF? Nah, freaking amateur over here.
Okay, this is where we get burned to the stake, but alright.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay, they can't even catch up to us because they can't run and they're gonna be out of breath. It's fine.
Yeah, with
Their double chins will hold them back. It's fine.
with their Liv Morgan body pillows.
Oh, do those exist?
I mean,
I'm asking for a friend.
I'm sure they exist somewhere. If you actually brought that to when you met Liv Morgan.
Oh no. No. Oh no, no. She did say in an interview with Logan Paul that she found her mugshot shirts to be uncomfortable. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but I thought she was really cool after that.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of got her over. Let's just be honest. Well, the fact that she got busted for weed and everything. Like,
I mean, she does smoke weed, so that's on my bucket list is to smoke a joint with her, but
yeah.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, for sure. All right, so what kind of live shows have you gone to?
Oh. Well, I never went to any growing up because I couldn't afford it and they were too expensive. So I did go to my first one in 2022 when they did their house show here, and I think you went to that.
Yeah, I was there.
And I got really overexcited about it, so I bit the bullet and I spent a pretty penny on VIP.
What did you get in VIP?
Well, we had first dibs on like the merch, and then we had a meet and greet, and then we got to take home the ringside chair, which I think I was more interested in the ringside chair than the meet and greets, to be honest. I've never been to a meet and greet, so I didn't really know what to expect. But now that we're here and we're talking about it, I wish I was sober when I went, because I greened out. I greened out the night before because I thought it was a great idea to eat 2 cookies. So I slept at 4 p.m. the day before, and then I woke up around 4 a.m. When I woke up, I was still high. So imagine being high and meeting The Miz, and The Miz is trying to stay in character, and you're just not having it.
The Miz. I'm sure he handled it like a champ.
I I don't think he even noticed. I hope they didn't. But Dana Brick, I think she was subbing in for Bianca Belair. But yeah, I had a whole like speech ready to go. Not even a speech, but a whole thing I wanted to say about yay for women's wrestling, and I thank you for whatever you do, everything you do in this industry. And I just kind of word vomited it. And then she gave me a hug, and it felt like the longest hug in my life because I was fucking high as balls still. But she was nice. I just felt really bad because no one was really cheering. But it no, it was like it was nice. It was nice. It was nice.
No, nobody was cheering for her at the show.
I mean, they were, but I heard people behind me feel really bad for her, and they're like, "Oh, that's too bad. Like, she's really nice, and like she's actually good, but like I don't think many people cared." And I'm like, "Oh, it's
Oh my god,
actually really sad."
wrestling fans are ruthless.
I mean, I did pick up like when I said my thing, I did have a feeling that she really needed to hear that, especially where she was in that position in the company, like she wasn't getting over a lot, and it's like I think she really needed to hear that from someone.
Yeah, I mean WWE did put her in quite a few big spots. Like I actually just recently rewatched 2020 Money in the Bank where they're at WWE headquarters, and she was in
Oh,
that.
that was a fun match. I
Oh,
like that a lot.
that was. I miss the cinematic matches. Like that was like the best thing of the pandemic era.
They really took advantage of that time too, with having no live audience and just kind of being forced to use what you have
Yeah,
instead of relying on like the actual people
yeah.
reactions. So like you gotta give it to Vince, but that's the only thing I would like give credit to. Everything else he's no. But for that, I'll give him that.
Well, uh, I doubt he's going to be coming back, but that's what we said before. You never know. He,
Oh, I forgot to mention. So while I was like super high sitting at the front, Chad Gable gave me a dirty look because I locked eyes with him and I started laughing.
was this during a Shorty G run?
No, he was still with Otis.
Right. No. Right. Right. Yeah. No. I remember the first match opened up with American Alpha versus the Street Profits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
he had someone in an ankle lock, and then we just kind of locked eyes, and then I started laughing because I couldn't take it seriously. And then he just kind of looked at me. He gave me the dirtiest look, and I'm like,
He probably knew you were high.
oh,
Oh,
just the dead stare
I'm.
off into the distance of
Oh, that must have been great, and and also it must have been great for Miz to see all that and just still try and remain in character as much as he can.
my balls are massive. That was his thing for
That
a
was
short
oh,
period.
that was so stupid. It was so stupid. I actually bought a shirt for my friend that I don't know damn well he's never wore. Because why would he? It's a stupid shirt.
I don't know. Those sold out fast.
Oh, well, that just also makes me think about wrestling shirts and you can actually wear in public without people thinking asking questions like, "What is that?"
See, that's because most of my wrestling shirts are for pajamas. And now I'm thinking, that's kind of useless. I think I'll just like cut off the sleeves and use them as gym shirts. But yeah, you're right. Like half of the time, the designs are lame, lazy, or really like cheesy and corny.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like for example, like I'm a huge fan of Liv, like number one, like tied with Rhea at the top. But like her Liv is finally at the top shirt. Like really, you could have thought of like a better design.
Oh God, you want to
I
talk?
mean,
you want to talk about terrible designs? Remember Enzo Amore's last shirt before he got shit canned?
I wasn't there yet.
Oh, okay. So,
Remember?
all right. So, like him and Big Cass were over. They had a lot of their merchandise was out of this world,
I saw
and
that.
but then when after Cass turned on him, he turned heel. He had this shirt and just said, "I have the sauce," and it's just big bold words, and it was terrible. All these you would see all these kids wearing it in the crowd, and it's just like, I hate you. I hate you for wearing that, and I hate Enzo for pushing it. But
You know,
yeah.
Enzo is also the same guy that dated Liv for a little bit, right? He looks like a guy that smells like cat pee. And also, I forgot to mention, he also cheated on Liv. So, I mean,
He
it
cheated
didn't
on
seem
Liv,
that
huh?
great. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, him.
they're dogs. No offense.
Speaking of that, did you see him and Big Cass, or sorry, Big Bill reunited on Jericho's cruise?
I saw that.
Y-
That was really awkward.
Everybody know. Boom, boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
That was really awkward.
Yeah, I mean they seemed like the crowd liked it, but they were probably I don't know. How do you even get tickets to that? Like, is it just like a quick sort of like first come first serve?
Like the cruise
Yeah,
thing?
Jericho's. I think it's what's called Rock and Wrestling
I
or
don't
something.
even know, but it seems fun. But like, isn't it affiliated with AW or
I
is it? I
think
don't even know what it is.
I think so. There
Trying.
are a bunch of ROH talent to that, I believe. I know MXM was on there.
I saw that too. It
Man,
doesn't seem that popular. I just find it like I know wrestling is gimmicky, but it kind of feels like that feels kind of gimmicky. Like it's kind of like Disney Cruise, you know? Kind of feels like that.
yeah, you definitely there's not going to be any storyline progression anywhere, and even then, it's like storylines to what?
It's a house show on water.
That actually would be a lot of fun. Like if there was a wrestling themed cruise, like
Okay, yeah, that would be fun.
that would be the only only way I would ever go on a cruise. Like,
Yeah, that would be fun, yeah.
oh yeah, and even like
Wrestling themed rooms.
yeah, okay, maybe that'll be a
Um,
little far. Regular rooms are fine.
I mean, I don't know. I think I would fuck with it.
If they did honestly did go that extra mile, yeah, they'd have to be. But I'm just saying, I don't want to be too greedy. Regular rooms are fine. But yeah,
I
no.
don't know. Wrestling as a whole is already an indulgence. Yeah, speaking of growing up and themes, and I know you're only a year older than me, but have you been to that themed WWE restaurant they had in New York?
Like
Have you ever been to that? I read about it. I've seen old pictures about it, and I vaguely heard about it growing up
I've
because
heard
they
of it.
always advertised it.
I heard of it. I think that came out right around when I was born or something like that. But no, I've never
You were
been.
like 3, 4 at the time,
Yeah, around there.
5 at best.
Yeah, but nah, can't say I've ever been to that. What
And
if
it
I?
seems like you missed out.
Yeah, if I've been to that, then I would never shut up about it. All my life, I would just talk about the time I went to WWE the restaurant.
I mean, I think Vince was really playing around with like the I don't know how much can you sell this, and he went he went beyond. But eventually, they closed in like 2005, right? Like 2004, roughly.
Well, yeah, because it was WWE the restaurant.
I mean, wrestling was pretty big back then, like in the 90s and 2000s. But like, yeah, I could see how it could fail miserably.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean,
Um,
like at the end of the day, it's a gimmick.
yeah. I remember seeing this old interview of MJF on the Rosie O'Donnell show.
Please welcome 5-year-old cutie patootie, Max Friedman. So if you don't become an opera singer when you grow up, what are you gonna be besides an opera singer?
Well, I'm gonna be a opera singer and a wrestler.
A wrestler? Who's your favorite wrestler?
Oh, Goldberg and The Rock.
Goldberg and The Rock. You know, they really have. So, what about this? You know what this is?
What?
The New York World Wrestling Federation has a restaurant here.
I like that.
Yeah, you're gonna get to wear this, and you're gonna get to go have lunch there at the WWF restaurant. How about that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
You've seen that? And then like they gave him like passes to the restaurant. I'm like,
Yeah, and then he says then he wants to be an opera singer and a wrestler.
wrestler? That could have been a good gimmick.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe not a great gimmick, but it would be a fun gimmick.
Seems like MJF stock really has been going down in the last while.
Seen much of him lately.
No.
Like clips of him, because I don't really watch AEW because I don't have TSN
Yeah.
or Max, so I can't really watch. I mean, it's either watching my childhood or watching a completely new promotion that I don't really know of.
Well, we're not invested in it.
No.
Yeah. And
Like I said in the intro, that it's mostly for the WWE, but we will talk about other promotions if we come across it. It's just not going to be a priority.
yeah, TNA's absolutely been killing it as well, especially
Yeah.
with their deal with NXT.
They're doing so well.
Yeah, having freaking Moose show up, and the Hardys are gonna show up as well, and
I was so excited.
Obafemi showing up on Impact.
Oh, that's gonna be a sick match.
Oh, okay.
Um,
But yeah, no, that is gonna be a really good match. Who do you think is gonna take it?
that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know, but I am still looking forward to the match. I don't really have any predictions.
Yeah,
With
Oba
oh,
is on.
sorry, you go.
Sorry, Oba's on like a winning streak now, is he?
He's a beast.
Yeah, but so is Moose. But I don't know. Like I want Moose to win because Moose is the best. But
I'm familiar with Moose. I haven't seen a lot of TNA, but my dad likes him a lot because my dad's been watching TNA quite a bit.
yeah, oh Moose is freaking unbelievable. His spear actually looks like it would split you in half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw when I went to Impact the day after Slammiversary, he had a dark match with PCO where it was a casket match, and it was legit the shortest casket match I've ever seen. Like,
was it a fun show?
it was a really fun show. It was a really fun show. I did kind of mess up though. Like I thought it started at 8, but I found out it ended at 8, but it started at 5 at 4:45. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta get there.
Oh.
I gotta get
Like,
there.
Wait. Like 5 hour time, like my time?
I was in Montreal.
Okay, wait. So 5 a.m. Wait, no, 5 p.m. their time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah, but
Oh.
so I believe I missed missed something with Jordan Grace, and I missed the
Oh
set.
no.
Yeah, and I believe I also missed the setup for the main event where it was just basically Nick Nemeth just won the title, and Mustafa Ali was just like, "Hey, I want a title match," and he's just like, "You got it."
My name's Nick Mime.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
but
so random. I remember reading that he dated Amy Schumer for a while. That's so random, but yeah, just putting that out there.
he also slept with Sonny.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, before all this, I think. I mean, she was always crazy though. I saw the Dark Side of the Ring episode of Chris Candido, and yeah, she seemed like a pretty nasty girl.
I think I've seen that episode, but yeah, that is a good show.
Yeah, it's really good, and they're gonna start making more episodes here.
Mm-hmm. A new season's coming out.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho's been recording his voiceovers for it. Speaking of Chris Jericho, that reminds me. So growing up, watching wrestling, what got you into it?
Uh, well, it's the most random thing ever. My first memory of wrestling was seeing Kurt Angle have a match against the Hurricane and Rosie, and then seeing Ric Flair. And also at one point, I saw Ric Flair grab a mask from a kid that the Hurricane just gave him,
Oh,
and
I
he,
saw that.
yeah, he
That's the
tried it
cool
on,
thing.
and then he just like stepped on it and everything.
The hurricane, you'll have a nice. That's when you're a fan too. What the hell? Be damned! That won't get over your nose square, I'll tell you that.
Uh, at the time around WrestleMania 21, I watched this movie called Rugrats Go to Paris, and there was this scene with sumos.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it was very wholesome. But yeah, there was a scene with sumos, and I just thought sumos were very, very funny. But then I saw that Big Show was having a sumo match, and I just thought, sumos, they're funny because they're fat. Oh,
How old are you?
I was, I think I was like 9. Yeah,
Okay, so that stuck with you.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was like the one memory that stuck with you.
Okay, no, what the sumo match happened, and but right afterwards, I believe the match with John Cena and JBL happened, and
Mm.
I was really interested in John Cena after that, and then the match with Batista and Triple H, and I just thought, wow,
I love Batista.
oh
I
yeah,
love Batista.
oh
Filipino pride.
his entrance was so cool.
His pyro was sick, man.
Yeah, let's 2014 put aside, but you know what? Still good, still good.
Um, for me, the one, well, a few memories stuck with me watching wrestling because I started around when John Cena debuted, so he was about like what 24, 25, and then Ray debuted, so it was like around that time, like 2002, 2003, right at Ruthless Aggression. I started because I had family friends that loved wrestling and they collected the figures and the the video games, so that got me hooked. But what stuck with me were pretty much the storylines. Like I knew it was scripted because like no way in hell would that be real, obviously. Um the divas never really stuck with me because I guess when I was a kid I didn't really resonate with the divas because I guess the term divas, man, I'm like I don't resonate with that. So um one a couple memories that stuck with me is probably Vicky Guerrero, her moments. Um
Excuse me.
excuse me.
Excuse me!
And
Excuse me.
Dom's custody match
Oh god,
and
that was a really weird
and
SummerSlam.
uh McMahon the McMahon family's weird storyline with Jim Ross and how they had to fire him and then Linda McMahon kicked him in the nuts. And I don't know why that stuck with me. That still has stuck with me. I don't know why. And then Edge and Lita's celebration stuck with me because I've seen that all live on TV. I didn't know what to think of it. I didn't know how to comprehend that. I think I was like 8 or 7 at the time. I'm like, oh, and Eddie Guerrero's tribute that stuck with me definitely. His tribute episode and him passing that stuck with me for a very long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was really sad. He had this really good program going on with Batista at the time.
It was just hard to watch like the wrestlers just break down before their
Yeah.
match, and I'm like, oh, that's hard. Especially like Batista, like you could see he was like bawling
Yeah. Oh,
before the
and
match.
yeah, and like Big Show and obviously Benoit.
Oh, he took it the hardest.
Oh my God, you can
He
just
took it the
see it.
hardest.
Like you could like every word he said, and when he started crying, that was
No,
it's unsettling watching it now.
I mean, you saw the dark side of the ring episode, right?
Yeah.
That's just chilling.
Yeah, like the first one especially, it really made you think about Eddie again and about how much we actually miss him.
I
So,
mean, I wish he was still here to see Dom.
yeah, and
I love to hate Dom.
yeah, and the LWO wouldn't be parading his 20-year-old corpse around, acting like they trying to get their credibility on them.
LWO with the fake Latino,
Like
courtesy of Dom.
like legit using the like his and Chavo's like "Viva la raza," and then even Ray, he's just going around doing like, "Oh yeah, oh,
Didn't
remember
he?
Eddie?"
I was kind of disappointed with like the new LWO because like what's the point now? I mean, Zelina's gone. She moved on to like SmackDown and I was a little disappointed. I mean, okay, like let's like kind of segue into this for like a little bit. Like what kind of bothered me as well is that when after Rhea and Liv had their match at Berlin, they could have taken a break there and then Budget Day, I'm not calling them Judgment Day, but Budget Day, we're kind of arguing with the LWO, and I'm thinking this would be the perfect time to start a different storyline between Liv and Zelina and have a championship, title. And then obviously Zelina would lose, but at least there's some story that came out of it and LW would have some like traction, you know what I mean? But they dragged on Liv's and Rhea's like feud for like as long until like Netflix, which don't get me wrong, again, they're both my favorites, but it made the feud stale. And LWO, it didn't really give them any credibility at all. They were just kind of there.
Doesn't even seem like WWE is interested in getting the LWO over.
I just feel like it was just really a waste of like creativity. Like,
Oh,
what's the point of hiring all of these writers when like all they're gonna do is filter out their ideas, you know? No
yeah,
offense. No offense. It's just like I get it. You have the top stars, you have the main stars. They're making a lot of money, but like you're not utilizing your other talent.
no, no. God, WWE has so they have so much incredible talent that they just don't know what to do with. And
Dark matches, dark matches, and speed.
oh God, speed. I always forget that that's even a thing.
They need to implement it in their commercial breaks because their commercial breaks are about 4 minutes long, 3 minutes. So think about it. If they used the speed matches and put it as their commercials, we would just have a minute of commercials.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, instead of that really lame commercial break that we have during NXT and SmackDown, But that's just a suggestion. I'm not gonna tell them what to do, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, also, I would suggest that maybe the Speed Championships could wear their champion belts every now and then, but WWE has
Yeah,
so
I
many.
agree.
WWE already has so much goddamn champion belts at this point. It's like
Ironically,
I don't even know. Like maybe if throwing more in would even be good. I mean, look at the look at
did you see
the,
the ID championships?
I did. Those are ugly.
I don't see the point of those.
They look like name tags.
When AEW had they had a whole show dedicated to dark matches, but it was only aired on YouTube. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they don't do that anymore either.
I tried to get into it, and I'm like, okay, I like it, but there's something about it that I don't like, but I can't really pinpoint it. but it is entertaining.
Yeah,
But
it's
I couldn't grasp on it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is because AEW does seem entertaining, and like I've seen their characters like Tony Storm and MJF, like that kind of got me. But like as a whole, I can't. I tried. I can't.
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know what it is.
well, I feel like with AEW, they're just a different kind of wrestling. We're more focused on the stories and the entertainment of it, and they're more focused on doing dream matches
Fantasy matches, yeah.
and also
I
also
mean,
sucking Meltzer's dick.
well, I mean, for the storylines, I think that's what got me hooked to wrestling growing up. That's definitely what got me hooked was the storylines because it came with fun characters and it wasn't just about the matches, but it was matches with a purpose. It gave everything a purpose.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I definitely get the appeal of just like that, like hard hitting, sort of very competitive match types, and people are more focused on that, which is why I'm guessing they have a shit ton of tournaments. God, they
I
love their tournaments over there.
they do. I'm surprised, but I mean it's kind of depressing when you see like the actual like arenas and that they tried to do like the 2-for-1 sale for the tickets. I'm like, oh, these are free tickets. We gotta fill up the seats. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
yep.
that's sad. I do feel bad about that. And like when, for example, when I go to Toys R Us and I see that the WWE figures are like cleared out, and then AEW is like stocked. And then I did the same with like the trading cards. I went to go check out the trading cards. WWE sold out. And then AEW has like a stack of blaster boxes and like maybe a couple mega boxes. And I'm just there like, man, I want to buy one because I feel bad, but maybe I don't feel that bad.
Good old Tony Khan is feeling the pain of somebody getting given him a sympathy buy.
I mean, he seems like a nice guy, even though
Yeah.
I've heard rumors that he's probably on coke. No, but that's just a rumor. I mean, he
Good.
looks zooted.
Oh
I
well,
mean, he's like this.
the guy. Well, let's be honest. This guy
Whoa.
is just running, uh, doing crazy things. It's like he's in charge of AW. He's got ROH to deal with and the
Mhm.
Jaguars. I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if the guy wasn't on coke. But
I mean,
I mean, like, he kind of reminds me. Now that you mention that, that reminds me of that old promoter Herb Abrams. I think he had this program called the UWF, and he was just coked out of his mind all the time, and you could just absolutely see it.
I thought you were gonna mention Vince McMahon's run at XFL when he tried to make football like wrestling.
I hear the guy who runs NFL, Paul Tagliabue, said that the XFL is a non-issue. You might be careful of that non-issue, just might bite you on your ass.
Wait a minute. The Rock is inside. He's pumped about the XFL. So to all the coaches in the XFL, to all the players in the XFL, and on behalf of the fans in the XFL, The Rock simply says, just bring it.
I've read that chapter in Brian Gerwitz. I think that's how you say his last name. That's the book. What's that book called? You'll probably add a photo of it. But like I read a chapter on it, like that he had to write for XFL to make it seem good, and then SmackDown. I'm like, and it didn't do very well.
No, no, especially when the blimp crashed right before the season even started.
Conspiracy.
Yeah,
It's all a conspiracy.
they should have just packed it in right there. I mean, it's like the thing is they didn't want to be affiliated with wrestling until they did, and they wanted like storylines to really progress it, but then there was just people were still wanting to watch football, and then they also would say that the NFL sucked, and majority almost all of their audience like this was during the off season of the NFL,
Mm,
so
hmm. Yeah.
they were loyal to the NFL. And when Vince McMahon tried to do the whole WCW Monday Night War thing against them, that just turned a lot of people off.
I mean, at the time, I don't think Vince was a mega millionaire at that or billionaire at that
No,
point
I think
yet. So I
no.
think he was just kind of playing around with his business ventures, which I get, which failed. I mean, a lot of his ventures within like wrestling related stuff has kind of failed.
Oh, like the
But
bodybuilding
you know, like
federation
after all of that, all of the his
failures.
uh his cases, yeah, his allegations. I mean, he cashed out. He got a pretty penny out of it. He can go take a break. The old man can get out of the way, you know?
Well, he was having a hard time even speaking in those last few years.
He
Like the Vince McMahon then faced Stone Cold Steve Austin was not there anymore. I mean, come on. Remember the big dog or the dog food match?
Corey, move away from there. That stuff stinks. Oh, God. This is so gross. Corey, this is the appetizer portion. Quiet. Humiliation of the... Oh, my God! Dog food! He's coming in dog food!
Yeah.
vaguely,
Yeah, so like
vaguely.
there's like this mascot of Roman Reigns as a big dog, and he had a match against Baron Corbin, and the loser had to be like covered in dog food, and it was just very emphasized during one SmackDown, and it just like
His ideas, man, were very they were really outdated and very distasteful for the time being. It's like, okay, look, man, it's not the 2000s anymore. It's not the 90s. Okay, we can't be flashing coke on TV. We can't be flashing tits on TV anymore. All right, give it up. Me Too movement. We can't do this now, old man. It's like that SpongeBob meme.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
It's exactly like that. And it's like Ric Flair trying to do his final match again. And he's like, what, 75 years old?
oh god, that guy just needs to go away. Like
Like, let it go, man. Do you want to die in the ring? He
he
probably
does.
does want to die in
He
the ring.
does. He wants to go the way of Randy the Ram. Like I believe he even had like an argument with Dutch Mantel about this.
I mean, even Triple H knew when to stop because he felt that something was wrong in his heart and he knew when to quit. And now people are asking him to come back. I'm like, do you want this man to die?
Legit.
Let
Legit.
it go, man.
Like I still see stuff on Mania Club about people being like, "Oh, I want the one thing I want is for Triple H to come back and have a match." No, you don't. Like legit, he almost died. He can't do this
You saw
anymore.
the clips. Yeah, it looks like he was about to collapse. You know, it kind of reminds me of that movie, The Wrestler. The Sorry for spoilers for people who haven't seen The Wrestler. I recommend it. It's a great movie, but like
Randy the Ram.
he 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 decided to do one final match, and it it insinuated that he was gonna die in the ring because they
Yeah.
did foreshadow with the doctor saying like, oh, if you do one last match, you're not gonna make it this time. And then at the end, he does one last match, but we don't see him die. But it's already insinuated that he's
Yeah.
gonna die.
Yeah, no,
So,
once he goes for that dive, you know he's gone.
man,
That
oh, that gave me chills, dude. Like,
that was such a good
so
movie.
dark.
That was
They need to
such
play that again at the Rio
yeah,
to my Vancouver peeps.
oh yeah. Well, I love the Rio. It's I don't know. They're probably just gonna play Perfect Blue again or something. A
Or
little Vancouver reference for somebody. But yeah,
speaking of the Rio, they did do the dark match Q&A. Chris Jericho's movie, Dark Match.
ooh, did you go?
No, because I
Ah,
was saving money. Also, I kind of wanted to write a movie that's kind of had similar elements to it. So when I saw the trailer, it's like, I mean, I think my idea is better. No offense
You should still
to
do it.
Chris Jericho. I could try, but his movie kind of seems like a B movie. But I'll still check it out because it's wrestling related, so why not? Right?
Yeah. Well,
Um,
you probably don't want to see everything that's wrestling related.
too late. I've given almost everything a chance.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
got too
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be some shows that we'll be watching very wrestling related. I think there's this one sitcom called Learning the Ropes or Running the Ropes or something like that, where it was just wrestling themed. And I think they got Randy Savage on at one point.
Why does that sound so familiar?
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I've probably seen it
I don't
with
know.
the span of 3 years of coming back into wrestling. I think I've really indulged myself in the product,
Oh
which
yeah.
also segues into our next topic. What got you back into wrestling? Because I could only imagine that you weren't a hardcore fan for like the entire like, you know,
Yeah.
years to come. You probably like took a break from it, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. After my parents divorced, I went.
Mm,
We had to go with my mom, and she just thought
mm.
wrestling was so stupid, and that was pretty much the end of me watching wrestling for a long time. So I
That
missed.
put a damper on
Yeah, I missed
your love for it.
I missed the apparent great feud between Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho. However, I also missed guest hosts, so
That
that's
seemed
good.
like a fun era.
That seemed pretty like a really hard time.
I mean, it kind of seemed fun. I mean, yeah, it was kind of cheesy and lame, but I mean, it's kind of fun though. It's like a crossover with someone you wouldn't expect either.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the Muppets? Like, come on.
Mr. Swagger, is we understand, and we don't want any trouble from you or your mother. So, what you say? Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me!
Look,
Come on.
there were a couple of good ones, but also Jeremy Piven.
And if you lose, we will ban you from the Summerfest.
You'll be banned from SummerSlam, is what you said.
SummerSlam. SummerSlam down!
So wait.
Or oh, I got another one. Raven Simone guest starred.
What?
Yeah, she was doing like she was announcing something during WrestleMania, and I'm like, that is so random. Like, huh?
Yeah, like just a lot of these celebrities that didn't know the product and just just had their agent pick something.
I mean, she got the energy right, but it's like, why are you there?
Yeah, and Al Sharpton.
Like,
what
rubber.
a random ass guest. But yeah, no, like don't get me wrong. Like there were definitely a couple of good ones, but they weren't all that great. Like the Osbournes.
Well, I mean, Ozzy did do the theme for like Survivor Series, didn't he? Like War Pigs.
Yeah, but
Wait, is he in the Hall of Fame?
wait, is he?
He is with Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, the celebrity wing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
and
mean, okay, Ozzy I get. Ozzy makes sense. Cyndi Lauper, sure. Snoop
yeah.
Dogg, sure.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
he is Sasha Banks' cousin, so
oh, excuse me. Okay, Nepo baby. All right.
yeah,
Which,
yeah.
by the way, I know I got back into it, but it's like I got the appeal of Sasha Banks, but
I don't like Mercedes Monet.
eh,
But I don't know. Like from what I've seen, nobody's even booing her. They're just like they're sitting on their hands whenever she comes out.
she has all those belts, which I don't understand. Like I genuinely I don't get it. Like it's not like a shade at her, but like I really don't understand like giving her all those belts. Like I don't get it.
Well,
What was that?
Tony just wanted to make a make his investment worth it. I think $3 million a year.
So put a lot of belts on Mercedes Monet.
I guess. Like maybe that might get her over.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like I don't know.
That was a
Like
genuine question too. I
on a,
wasn't being snarky. I really
I'll,
didn't. I do not get it.
I'll be honest with you. It feels like those belts don't mean shit. Like, are they indie belts? Are they all
And you're
AEWs?
asking me? I
I don't know. I don't know.
see. This really shows our audience that yeah, we totally know we totally know
Oh yeah,
everything about the
everything.
business.
We
Everything.
we know what should happen. If you don't agree with us, you're an idiot. But and that being said, wrestling has gotten too damn serious.
Why so serious?
I don't know.
I don't know!
Why so serious? I mean, everybody's just good wrestler or cocky douchebag.
I think
Where's the boogeyman?
I think the WWE is kind of missing that. Their actual like bigger than life out of this world characters per se. I feel like they're kind of missing like that essence of like actual like outlandish characters. You know what I mean? Like stuff. Again, I don't mean to compare stuff from like the 90s and the 2000s, but like we had all of these weird characters.
Yeah.
Yes, I know a lot of them were offensive, but like we actually had characters and not just people. But
Yeah.
I think I see what Triple H is trying to do here, where he's trying to make them relatable, which works in their favor, but character wise, it gets a little repetitive. Like these aren't like Marvel characters, like they seem like it, but like it's not it seems like copy and paste.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's professional wrestling. I feel like there should be something for everybody, and I enjoy
Mm-hmm.
that fun stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed when I was a kid. I really enjoyed Hornswoggle. I loved his antics.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I love the segment right after when we found out then Hornswoggle was Vince's illegitimate son. Vince hires Carlito to beat him up, and then he pulls the most Looney Tunes shit I've ever seen.
That's not cool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. I don't know. Even the Boogeyman, like that, he was memorable.
Oh, he was so much fun. I mean, I was terrified of him growing up, but he was so much fun.
Yeah, no, he scared the crap out of me. But there was just something about him that made me want to keep watching him, especially with his feud with Booker T.
And kidnapping Charmel.
Yeah. That time when she tried to attack him at WrestleMania and he just turned around, I had the look of horror on her face.
I mean, who wouldn't react that way if you see a man looking like that and like having a fucking ball of worms in his mouth and just kind of grinning at you? Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
terrifying.
And then he kisses you. That was fun.
I mean, protein. I mean, those are real worms. Okay, so you gotta hand it to him.
Yeah. And you see, that shit is fun. And and the Wyatt Six was fun, but then they just completely cut them off. And
I think they're building up to it very slowly, though. Very
yeah.
kind of painful.
Yeah. Well,
Slowly, but
I mean, we finally saw a glimpse of them, for them actually doing something when Alexa came out. But
they're gonna do that whole. Hopefully, not too much like the QR code stuff. They're gonna start doing that shit again, like the flickering of the hidden messages. Which again, it was fun with Bray. Rest in peace. Bray's like returning. That was fun, but like,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
It better be worth it. It better be worth it.
yeah, yeah, because like I've been seeing nothing but negativity about them, talking about how they were a dud and everything. But man, their feud with the Final Testament was bullshit. Like they were not given a damn chance. Like they just got wiped, and then suddenly they just. Oh no, there was that match with Dexter Loomis and Miz, and then nothing. Radio silence, and then AOP, you're out of here.
You know what? The one with Alpha. What are they called again?
American Made.
Yeah, with American Made. Okay, I wished that lasted a little longer because their street fight was actually sick. The last Raw before the Netflix move.
Yeah.
That was a good match. But
Well, they didn't even put them on any pay-per-views, and it felt like Triple
My
H.
God, a missed opportunity for Survivor Series. Sorry,
Oh,
that reminded me.
yeah,
That would have been that like okay, if we like taking a break from the bloodline stuff. Again, I know like that is like their cash cow right now. But like American made Wyatt Six in a Survivor Series match. Like,
that
come
was.
on.
Yeah,
Come
yeah. And
on,
instead,
man.
they were just booked on Raw. But
And sorry, you just got me riled up there. Like, it's so many opportunities, and you
yeah,
know,
their introduction was so fucking cool. How they just tore up backstage and everything, and they're just getting slowly introduced. You see Chad Gable there, with the bludgeon on his head, and with the reveal of Uncle Howdy.
oh,
Oh,
that I watched that intro recently again, and that still gave me goosebumps like that. Oh, come on, that was incredible. Bray would be so proud
yeah,
of Bo.
but it feels like they just did that one storyline, and we're just like, oh, there you go, there's your tribute to Bray. Now fuck off.
What I
Let's focus on the bloodline.
what I've noticed about Triple H and his style of like structure and writing wise, again, this is coming from, you know, my field. What I've noticed from him is he's made it very clear in press conferences that he wants to focus on storytelling, which I get. So with his structure, it definitely reminds me of like a long drama series. However, in the wrestling world, it's very fast paced, and I feel like sometimes with his style of slow burn, like building up to it, it doesn't match with the pace of the actual product. That's how I see it.
Oh yeah, things are going quick. Like,
It
have you ever seen the Iron Claw?
yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, well the
Yeah.
one scene when Fritz essentially uh, throws Kevin to the wayside for David,
Yeah.
that reminds me a lot about what's going on with Jacob and Solo. You know, he's been grooming Solo to be the next tribal
Hmm.
chief, and they were building him up. But then, you know, his brother cut a really good promo, and now
Hmm.
suddenly all the attention's on him. And
Yeah.
now they're making Solo look like a chump. I really hope it builds up towards a WrestleMania match.
Maybe I mean we still got time.
Yeah,
Also, I do prefer Jacob over Solo. No offense to Solo, but I do prefer Jacob over Solo.
Solo's music is way better though.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'd way rather hear that than Jacob's music. But don't get me wrong, Jacob is cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
his character is like way cooler, and his promos are better.
yeah, yeah. Poor Solo bringing his cousin in there, and then all management just decides that no, forget Solo. That's our guy. Because like, come on, he's got the look, he can
Mhm.
talk, he's got the wrestle ability, he's got the credibility. You can believe this guy would
Yeah,
absolutely tear your head off. But then you see stuff from him backstage, and he's just a big softy.
he is. I mean,
Yeah,
did you see that clip of when they waited for Jay after his Rumble, and he was wearing a Yeet shirt, and he was excited to greet him?
yeah. Oh,
I mean, congratulate him with Jimmy. I'm like,
yeah.
so
That was so
sweet.
sweet. And then like his little interaction with the boogeyman.
Oh, yeah, I sent that to you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That
Oh,
was so sweet.
man.
But yeah, no, like
It,
there was these interviews on YouTube about with him, and he just seems like a real down to earth, cool dude. You know, like he had trouble with the law early in life, and then he cleaned up his life because after seeing his cousins, the Usos, and I believe he's Tonga Kid's son. But on that note, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching our first episode of Written on the Canvas. Jackie, is there anything you need to say before we
yeah,
head
I
out?
do.
Yeah,
I do. So I like Kevin Owens. He's one of my favorites, but I gotta say this. I gotta get it off my chest.
of course.
He looks like a hamster. Like my friend pointed it out last, like during the Royal Rumble, and she's like, he looks like a hamster, and you know, the more I look at him, see it.
He's a hamster, and his son Owen is the owner. Anyways, we'll talk more about this on the next episode. Thank you so much, everybody,
Right.
for watching. This has been Bryan, and this has been Jacklyn, and we are out of here.